Hello my dear students, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my English language class, and this is my video number 2 on transformation of sentences. In my video number 1, I have dealt with you how sentences from as soon as can be changed into no sooner than. And I will be continuing with the same lesson. I told you then also they all four are cousins. They can be interchanged into one another. So today I will be dealing specifically with hardly and scarcely, although these rules also will be revised side by side. Before I begin, let me remind you, please do subscribe my channel if you have not still done. So here I begin. Now, supposingly you get a sentence, as soon as he wrote a letter, comma, he posted it. Right? Now I ask you to change into no sooner. You can do it if you have studied my video number 1. No sooner did he write a letter, because did takes first form, than he posted it. You know it by now. Now today I am going to discuss how we will be changing into hardly. As soon as changes into hardly. Hardly had. Now remember, hardly always take the word had with it. Second word, compulsory word with hardly is had. Hardly had, he. Had always takes the third form. You must be knowing by now. Had always takes the third form of verb, just as did always takes the first form. Hardly had he written a letter. Now this comma in hardly changes into the word when. And the rest of the sentence remains the same as usual. When he posted it. So what is the rule for hardly? Hardly had he written a letter when he posted it. You can interchange now. Supposing this sentence is given and you are asked to change into as soon as. Hardly had changes into as soon as. As soon as he wrote a letter. Because had is not given, so you can simply make it like this. As soon as he wrote a letter, comma, he posted it. You can also make like this. As soon as he had written a letter. Even that could have been correct. If you go word by word, had changes into back to had. Or you can simply make like this. Both the forms are correct. Right? Now, same sentence if you are asked to change into scarcely. As soon as he wrote a letter, he posted it. Scarcely had. Again same. Two words remain the same. Scarcely had he written. Why written? Because had takes the third form. Scarcely had he written a letter. This much. Now this comma or this when most of the times changes into the word before. But in few books even they have used the word when. So out of the two you can use any word. दोनों में से कोई एक word you can use with scarcely. लेकिन hardly के साथ हमेशा when. Scarcely had he written a letter before or when. दोनों में से कोई भी एक. He posted it. आपने ऐसे नहीं लिख कर आना. It will be wrong. आपने दोनों में से एक word लिख के आना है बिना bracket के. Remember that. Right? So this is the rule for scarcely. Scarcely had and before or when any word in the center. Now supposingly I ask you change the sentence into no sooner. I have already taught you that rule. You can do that also. No sooner did, I told you can make it with the word did. But the word had is given in the sentence. So you can even make with the word had. You can make with the did or with had. Both the formations are correct. So no sooner had he written a letter, because had takes a third form. Had it been did, अगर did use करते तो right हो जाना था first form. No sooner had he written a letter. No sooner takes the word than he posted it. Right? So these are the four cousins which can be interchanged into one another. Remember, as soon as, comma, hardly had when, scarcely had before, no sooner had than. So remember the format, and then you remember these things also, that had always takes the third form and did always takes the first form for these sentences, right? So I hope this concept, this chapter of transformation as soon as to no sooner or hardly and scarcely is clear. So please do write down a few sentences, try to change them, interchange them into one to another. Number 1, as soon as he saw his father, comma, he started to cry. Number 2, as soon as I got the news, comma, I left for Mumbai. Number 3, as soon as we entered the forest, we saw the tiger. Number 4, no sooner did we reach the pond than the boys jumped in. So these are 4 sentences I have given. You can practice after observing these rules. Please note down these rules in your language notebook and practice the sentences. And still, again, a reminder, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do it. So I will be coming again with my next video on another chapter of transformation of sentences. Bye bye till then.